Okay, so for a solid 8 hours I was streaming Tower of Fantasy yesterday, and I want to go through my reactions, how I felt about the game, and, you know, my live reactions and kind of my excerpts after playing the game for a solid, 8 hours. There were a few issues that I do want to address, but I think my live reaction will cover quite a few of them pretty well. Yeah, this really is just Genshin Impact, isn't it? Yeah, we know. My name's White Liquid. Oh, don't tell me it's Paimon. Is it just like a Paimon clone? Oh my god, it's Paimon! It's a Paimon clone! Did anyone notice her speech was like halfway cut off? Like, when she said intelligible, it was kind of like cut off. I'd rather not sprint everywhere. Oh, come on. Please don't take too long. Please, just... Okay, so the few issues that we did go over was that first, it is very similar to Genshin Impact in almost every way, shape or form. Formatting text, mission sequencing, everything like that. A similar layout, etc. So to me, I would love to see the variation that Tower of Fantasy could bring to that, but it doesn't seem like there's much innovation or change inherently there. The second issue that I definitely saw within the first few minutes of the game was the audio mixing. So sometimes there'll be very, very loud sound effects, and sometimes there'll be like quiet audio sound effects, so the audio isn't mixed properly together. The lip sync's off, but I think that's due to translation, and we'll get through that a little bit later in the video. But there is also the fact that, the audio half the time is just cut off. And also, when you see me creating a character, it's the most fun that I had in game. I enjoyed the character creator quite a bit, but that's also a problem for the character creator to be the most fun you're having in a game. Well, if they're raids, it's going to be a lot more fun. I think it's going to be a lot more enjoyable just to do raids with people, but, imagine having people to do raids with. That's the main issue here. God damn it. The voice acting's also worse than Genshin Impact. Definitely worse. Yeah, we got it. Cool. As for the gacha system, I tend to enjoy the gacha system slightly more than Genshin's. It's a bit more generous, but also the weapon variation doesn't force you into a character, and you can use different characters with different weapons, etc. And that's one part that I definitely did enjoy. The innovations, such as just multi-person raids that has been very frequent in a lot of MMOs in history, and also the frequency of PvP, is also a very important part that I think I would enjoy. But getting through the game was such a drag that I didn't even want to get to those parts. Though the combat was certainly there, it didn't really stand out, nor did I enjoy it as much as Genshin's in the first place. When I heard that everyone was playing or talking about this game, I expected a little bit more, honestly. Now, as a person who was playing the game for a while, it might be exhaustion that I got bored, but I had to slog through the game, and it really did feel like a slog, which I didn't want to do. I thought I was going to enjoy the game a lot more than I did, considering the hype created around it. Personally, I enjoyed Lost Art. It was enjoyable. Even though it was definitely a grind, it felt smooth, it felt good. And same with Genshin. I didn't hate any of the characters. I felt like the writing was a bit better, whereas everything feels a bit contrived. Everything feels a bit forced. Getting to tasks, getting out of tasks feels like a slog, and it was just boring. You can actually see my mood drop throughout the stream, as I was feeling pretty good, even though I was fairly sick in the stream that I recorded all the content on. And I really don't want to diss the devs or anything like that. I just genuinely think that, a better job could have been done. By nature, I do want to click out of cutscenes, but in this game, I really wanted to click out of cutscenes, but I decided to stick through it just to see what would happen due to the fact that I was streaming. Oh, god damn it. Let's do this! This has gotten me into a gambling mood. Oh my god, I've heard those sound effects before. The amount of times that I've wanted to like click out of cutscenes. Is she dead yet? Bro, okay, shut the fuck up. It's hurting my soul, and I know I sound like a stuck-up cunt, but like, come on. You know, if you're so sorry, just please, just stop. Oh, what the fuck? I'm going out to see the starry night sky because I'm sad. At least it has a cool new location that we can have a little look through. Yeah, fuck. I fucking knew it. Oh, okay, so the lip sync's off because the translation to the original audio. Come on, she's being a pain in the ass for everyone. Browsing history, oh no! Okay, I'm gonna be honest, generally I'm pretty sympathetic towards stories, a bit too much so, but it felt so contrived, everything felt so contrived, that I ended up laughing when shit happened to, you know, the characters in game. It just was, I didn't have the investment, I didn't enjoy the characters, and everything felt so contrived that I just started, you know, not caring at all and getting frustrated at the story. Rather than enjoying the story and wanting to see how a character would progress, I didn't want to see any of it, I just wanted it to end. The characters themselves aren't engaging, so the characters can't carry the storyline, nor is the story itself engaging, so there's nothing intriguing about the story. What was the investment? Where did the investment for the story come in? Why do I care? I don't. Come on, do it. Do it, do it. If only I had a soundboard. I didn't get to soundboard in time. Oh my god, what's with these audio mixes? Why do you know this? Why hasn't Zeke mentioned it? Because, you know, the wrong. Ooh. Boss monster. Oh my god, we're on the tower. I wonder how that happened. Okay, now we're in a cooler place. Do you hear the excitement in my voice? Do you hear it? Oh my god, what's happening here? Can you please not recap the whole story? There's no goddamn claim all button, is there? I wish I could speak more, but my nose over. Oh no, Zeke is a victim! Shut the fuck up. Zeke chose a fucking dumbass decision, get shit on. Like, seriously. People are like, oh, these people, like, come on. Now, the only true measure of a good game is how much enjoyment that you'll get out of such a game, but I didn't get any. Now, many people might enjoy the game, that's, you know, that might be a good game for you, but for me, it was boring and it also sucked the life out of my soul. But whatever you do, never let someone else's opinion dictate whether you do or don't enjoy a game, because even though I might not have enjoyed the game, you can very much do so. I also feel like the game does have potential and does have a future, but it just isn't polished enough to be a game where I feel like it deserves the recognition it's got. If they steadily improve the game over a 1 year period of time, I feel like a lot of the elements that I had problems with will be removed. The only problem that I'm going to have is, you know, hopefully they remove the lifeless feel out of the world. I just feel like it doesn't have a soul as a game, which I do think Genshin and Lost Ark have. Again, the last 10% of a game is the hardest part of the game to actually get right. and the thing that most developers will put the most effort into. Just that final bit of polish. You know what that design looks like. It looks like Genshin clone. Thank you for the support. It's always appreciated. Sometimes it can be a bit of a downer, so like I don't want to keep things that way. I might have to stop stream just because of how I'm feeling, and I might take a rest, see how I feel tomorrow, and see how I feel about the game after. But yeah, if you would be so inclined to join the stream tomorrow, it would be much appreciated. Yeah, I was recording that. Thank you. Okay, I think that's a good way to end it.